All right, if you're working with AI in any professional capacity, you already know the deal. It's not really about having the fanciest tools. It's about how you think about them. So today, we're going to break down how to calibrate that professional judgment. This isn't about memorizing a bunch of prompts. It's about building the mindset you need to go from just using AI to actually leading with it. You know, this line from our source material just hits the nail on the head. The huge gap between struggling with AI and truly thriving with it pretty much all boils down to judgments. The ideas we're about to dive into aren't just theory. Think of this as your practical playbook for making smarter decisions and really taking charge. So, why is this such a big deal right now? Well, because a professional divide is already starting to form. And it's not about who has access to AI. It's about who knows how to use it effectively. And, maybe even more important, who knows when to pump the brakes and question what it's telling you. This skill is shifting from a nice-to-have to an absolute must-have if you want to stay ahead of the curve. And let's be real, this is not some abstract concept. I mean, we've all seen it, right? An AI confidently makes up a fake statistic or cites a research paper that just doesn't exist. That's what we call a hallucination. And if you don't have a solid framework for evaluation, that stuff can slip right into a client presentation. So yeah, how you evaluate, implement, and manage these systems has a direct line to your success. It's all about making smarter, evidence-backed choices. Okay, so we get the why. Now let's start building the foundation. We're going to get into the core principles and frameworks that are going to be the bedrock for your AI judgment. This is where we turn good intentions into a process you can rely on every single time. So first up, let's talk foundational principles. Honestly, think of these as your personal rules of the road for working with AI. They're not just theories from a book, these are battle-tested rules that give you a solid base to stand on, especially when things get complicated or an AI's answer just seems a little too good to be true. And here are the 3 pillars you need to build on. First, systematic evaluation. Don't just get a good feeling that a model is working, you need a clear process to actually measure its performance. This is your #1 defense against those really convincing hallucinations. Second, evidence-based decision-making. This one's tough, but when the data tells you one thing and your gut says another, you gotta trust the data. And finally, continuous improvement. You have to build in feedback loops. It's the only way to make your AI systems and your own process smarter over time. These 3, they're totally non-negotiable. But, okay, how do you take these big ideas and actually use them day to day? That's where practical frameworks come in. They're basically the bridge that takes you from principle to action, giving you a structured way to apply this thinking to your actual projects. All right, let's get tactical. We've got the principles, we know we need frameworks. This next part is your game plan for putting it all into practice. Not next quarter, but starting tomorrow. This little loop right here is your key to success. Please, don't try to automate an entire department overnight. You gotta start small. Pick one low-risk task, like, say, drafting internal meeting summaries. Then, you measure the heck out of it. Did it save time? Was the accuracy good enough? Next, you adjust your plan based on that hard evidence. And only when you've proven it works, only then do you scale it up. It's a simple loop, but it is so powerful. So to make this super concrete, here's what you can do. Before you even start, run a quick risk check. Ask yourself 2 things. 1, what's the real cost if this fails? High-stakes client work is a totally different ballgame than internal brainstorming. And 2, is this AI actually proven to be good at this specific task? Once you've got a handle on the risk, pick a small project, apply this thinking, and write down what happens. That's how you build your own personal library of what really works. And finally, let's talk about mindset. Because this is what separates the occasional wins from consistent, amazing results. It's all about adopting the habits of a top performer, what our source material calls a championship mindset. I mean, the difference here is just night and day. Without best practices, you get wasted effort and chaotic, disorganized learning. With them, you get guided, smart decisions. But the biggest shift is this. Your personal learning suddenly becomes valuable organizational knowledge. You're not just making yourself better, you're leveling up your entire team. Look, if you only do 2 things, make it these 2. First, always start with clear objectives. Know exactly what success looks like before you even start. Is it cutting down response time by 10%? Be specific. Second, keep good documentation. I know, it feels like a chore in the moment, but trust me, it's an investment that pays you back on every single project you do down the line. So let's wrap this all up with the big takeaways. Number 1, structured frameworks are your secret to being consistent and reliable.
Number 2, real success comes from that balance between the theory and your own professional gut. Number 3, measuring and improving is the engine that drives success. And finally, sharing what you learn through good documentation is how you make your impact felt across the entire organization.
So I'll leave you with a challenge. Out of everything we just talked about, the principles, that little risk checklist, the implementation cycle, which one of these are you going to apply to your work tomorrow? Because in the end, the gap between knowing this stuff and actually getting results is closed by one single thing: taking action.